We gotta do it again.
The Dial-Up Chronicles.
Yes, hi. I was wondering if you could just give me a brief overview of what y'all offer and what y'all are about.
Right, well, so we're 80s style retro arcade, and all of the games are on free play, so it's admission based. It's not like feed quarters into the machines. It's a BYOB establishment. You can drink in here. We ask for no floor coolers if you're gonna drink, just like the shoulder ones.
Oh, cool.
And that's really it. It's the hangout spot. Play as many games as you can while you're here and hang out.
How much for coming just for one time?
$15 a person.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Not a problem, man. See you soon.
All right, great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey guys, so I just made a long distance phone call with my home phone, and I thought it'd be really fun and neat to show you guys my my home phone long distance bill. So I actually get my long distance through a different company. That's actually not the company I use to get my home phone from. And so this is my latest bill. I did make quite a bit of calls. As you can see, it's $28.80 for this month, which is a pretty good amount. Usually it's a lot less, and you'll see that coming up as I continue to show the rest of the bill. And I bet you heard that I dialed a lot of numbers when I made the long distance call, and that's because I have to dial 10-10-389 before I make the long distance phone call. So I actually dial 10-10-389, then 1, the area code, and then the number. So that's a lot of numbers, right? 10-10-389, then the area code, then the number. So that's 14 numbers or something. It's crazy. But it really does work, and it's through my home phone. So I thought you guys would like to see that. And it's kind of giving a hint of what's going to happen in our next video next week. So here you go. You can see the previous amount was only $5.19. So usually that's what my long distance phone call bill is. Probably around, $3 to $7 a month. Now you may be wondering, why would I want to make a phone call with my home telephone when I can just use my cell phone? Well, maybe I don't have a cell phone. Or maybe I don't like to put the cell phone to my ears. Or maybe I don't like to hear the way the speaker sounds out of the cell phone. It just makes me feel yucky. And I like the way the home phone feels. I don't know, some of you may have experienced holding a home phone or holding a cell phone to your ears for a long time, or a long phone call, and then you just feel weird after. You almost feel like your ears are sweating. Whereas if you hold a home phone for a long time to your ear, it has no effect on me. So there are, some people just like to use their home phone. They just like to use their home phone when they're at home to make calls. So in just a minute here, you're going to see why the bill is so much and how much everything costs. But this is the company. They actually still do, it was called eTel. Now it's called a Rev for some reason. But these guys, they provide, cable internet and cable, and they provide non-analog home phone, like the home phone through your internet. but they still provide this long distance service. It's an old service. And here we go. Here's the actual breakdown of the bill. So you can see I'm paying 7 cents a minute for each call that I make, for each minute that I'm calling a long distance number or cell phone number or whatever. You can see the different places I've called from, and you can see inter and intra. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but you can see I called for a lot of minutes. In fact, if you see in the right corner, kind of bottom right, you see I used the phone for 346 minutes, 32 seconds. Now, something happened with my fiance. She got her phone cut off, her cell phone, so she had to use the home phone a lot. So that's why the bill is so high. You see that $20.80. And so, yeah, and you can see the different places that I called and how many minutes. You can see in the right corner here where it says ETEL, it says date 4/1, 8:46 p.m. The first call I made was only 3 seconds, but it was still 7 cents. So even if it's less than a minute, the bill, you still get charged for that minute. You still get charged for that whole minute, even though it's 3 seconds. So yeah, this is just a cool thing that I like to have. This long distance service. I like to have that ability. And hey, if the electricity goes out and the towers are down, I could still make a long distance call, because you can actually use your home phone even when the electricity goes out. And I eventually, hopefully, hope to show you guys a video showcasing that, how that works. So yeah, definitely, this is a great reason to have a home phone, so you don't have to use your dinky, nasty cell phone to make a long distance call. And you can feel that feeling of the analog phone naturally going in there and calling. So yeah, in just a minute, the next page should be showing up and just going to show more detail on my call. And I called this cool place that hopefully, again, next week you're going to see where I went and why I called that place. It's a really cool place that I hope to show you guys. And here's the rest of the bill. Sorry, it took a minute. And you can see, again, all the places I've called. And, it starts from the beginning date, March 8th, and then it goes all the way to, I guess, April 8th, I believe. Sorry, I forgot to cover up some things, so I had to use a picture to cover up here. And this is a video that I just wanted to advertise more for people to watch. Chrome versus Safari. It's where I use dial-up internet to see how Chrome and Safari work with dial-up internet, and not a lot of people have seen it. So if you haven't seen it, you got to see it, because it's just amazing to see how Chrome and Safari work with dial-up internet. So this is the rest of the bill here, and you can see some of these calls were pretty long. One call on March 28th at 5:18 p.m. was 94 minutes and 40 seconds. And that was a $6.65 call. So kind of expensive. But again, hey, get rid of your cell phone, get a home phone, get this long distance service added, and you're saving tons of money. I mean, come on. You can always, most people have cell phones, so, if you think about it, and that's why some of these calls are like just a few seconds. Because what you can do is you can make the phone call long distance and then tell them to call you on your home phone, because they're probably talking to you from a cell phone, because they're not cool like you with your own home analog telephone. So yeah, you can see how many minutes and seconds, and you can track why your bill is as much as it is. So guys, stay tuned for next week on why it's great to have a home phone. And thank you for watching the Dial-Up Chronicles.